As of March 20, 2025, Grace Berger, a professional basketball guard, has experienced notable changes in her WNBA career. In early February 2025, the Indiana Fever waived Berger after 2 seasons with the team. Shortly thereafter, on February 8, 2025, the Minnesota Lynx claimed her off waivers, adding depth to their roster. During the off-season, Berger has been playing for OGM Ormanspor in the Turkish Women's Basketball League, where she is averaging 13.3 points, 6.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 1.4 steals per game over 17 games. The Lynx view Berger as a low-risk addition who can provide depth and shooting ability from the bench. This move offers her a fresh start and the potential for increased playing time in the upcoming WNBA season. The Indiana Fever's latest roster decision has sent shockwaves through the basketball community, leaving fans heartbroken and analysts buzzing with speculation. Grace Berger, once heralded as the homegrown talent who would help revitalize the struggling WNBA franchise, has been unceremoniously waived as part of the team's ongoing roster rebuild. This move not only marks the end of her brief tenure with the Fever but also underscores the franchise's relentless pursuit of a fresh identity. For Indiana basketball loyalists, the loss of Berger is more than just a transactional change, it's a gut-wrenching reminder of the unforgiving nature of professional sports. Berger's journey to the Fever was filled with high expectations and emotional connections. A standout at Indiana University, she had built a reputation as one of the most versatile and composed guards in women's college basketball. She was the kind of player who didn't just put up numbers, she played with poise, intelligence, and an unwavering commitment to the game. Her ability to orchestrate plays, sink mid-range jumpers with ease, and provide leadership made her a natural fit for the Fever when they selected her with the number 7 overall pick in the 2023 WNBA draft. The selection was met with excitement, as Indiana fans saw Berger as a beacon of hope for both the franchise and the state's deep-rooted basketball culture. However, despite her potential and the sentimental ties to Indiana, Berger's transition to the professional level was not as seamless as many had hoped. While she showed glimpses of brilliance, particularly with her ability to facilitate and create opportunities, she struggled to establish herself as a consistent force in the Fever's rotation. A team in the midst of a full-scale rebuild, the Fever were focused on elevating their competitiveness after years of mediocrity, and that required making difficult roster decisions. The emergence of new talents, the presence of franchise cornerstone Aliyah Boston, and the arrival of key acquisitions in the off-season meant that Berger's role on the team was in jeopardy. As the Fever re-evaluated their backcourt depth and overall direction, Berger's spot became increasingly uncertain. The organization's decision to part ways with her, though painful for many fans, was a calculated move to clear space for players who fit their evolving system. The news of Berger's release sparked an outpouring of emotions across social media. Indiana basketball fans, particularly those who followed her collegiate career, voiced their disappointment and frustration. Many had envisioned her becoming a long-term fixture for the Fever, much like Tamika Catchings once was. Others pointed to the challenges of transitioning from college to the WNBA, arguing that Berger hadn't been given enough time to develop. While some understood the business side of the decision, the overwhelming sentiment was one of sorrow and disbelief. Berger's release from the Fever, however, was not the end of her WNBA journey. Within days, she was claimed off waivers by the Minnesota Lynx, a move that provided her with a fresh start and a new opportunity to prove herself. The Lynx, known for their structured approach and strong developmental system, saw potential in Berger that Indiana could no longer afford to explore. This transition could be the turning point she needs to carve out a meaningful role in the league. Beyond the WNBA, Berger had also been making waves overseas. During the off-season, she took her talents to OGM Ormanspor in the Turkish Women's Basketball League, where she showcased her scoring, playmaking, and defensive abilities. Her impressive performances in Turkey demonstrated that she still had plenty to offer at the professional level. Averaging 13.3 points, 6.3 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists per game, she proved that she could adapt, refine her game, and compete against top-tier talent. This overseas experience could serve as a crucial stepping stone in her WNBA resurgence. For the Indiana Fever, Berger's departure represents yet another chapter in their ongoing rebuild. The franchise has struggled in recent years, failing to make the playoffs since 2016.